We had not actually known about THON right away after his diagnosis, but we were in clinic one day at Hershey, and some college students came in and asked if William would like some company for the day, and I'm like, sure, and they played Xbox, I think, not PlayStation, and just spent a lot of time with him. And that was our first experience, and we had a really great day that day. And a week later, we were in clinic, and the nurses were like, oh, a package came for you. We're like, what? William was like, what? I don't know. Who would be sending me a package here? Well, because we couldn't make it to THON that year, the college students that played with him with Xbox that day sent him a box full of THON merchandise. So that was our first experience, and we've loved every minute since.
Yeah, he was able to THON without actually being there, which was nice, that he could be able to experience it.
In clinic, in the waiting room, there was a poster up for THON, and we really didn't know much about it at the time. So I asked our social worker. So at that point, then we started the process of getting paired with an org. He had just been diagnosed in December, so we couldn't make that first THON in person. But we did go, he was inpatient in the hospital. So we did the, not mini THON, but when they have events at the hospital during THON weekend.
This is our 6th year of THON. So our son was never able to actually attend THON, but this is our 6th year here, and we love it. Come back every year. For me, THON and Four Diamonds was a stress reliever. It was a huge weight off of my shoulders because I'm protector, I'm provider. So for me, it alleviated that stress. How am I going to, go to work every day, make sure my son can get to the doctor's appointments, make sure the day-to-day bills are paid, make sure the medical bills are paid, make sure everything, whatever stress dad may have, it's amplified. And THON and Four Diamonds comes in and says, hey, just worry about your kid. We'll worry about everything else. I said this before is, when I say thank you, this is what it means. It means I got to spend time with my son and not worry about everything else that I would normally have to worry about. I got to just be free of that, and my son got to be little. He got to be a kid. Our daughters got to be kids because of the THON kids that are here. So THON has done a lot for us. So we just try and give back as much as we can.
Four Diamonds and THON just has been an enormous support system and a system of hope and laughter and kindness. It's been when we've been kind of forgotten about by other people and friends. THON's always been there. They've never forgotten our son William. Yeah, there's just not enough to ever say what THON means to us because you guys mean the world to us. It's your favorite time of year, isn't it? Mm-hmm. You look forward to this more than vacation.
Mm-hmm. THON and Four Diamonds has been such a big part in our life that we don't just THON. We go beyond that because they've gone above and beyond. So we feel we need to do the same to give back to those families those new families that are coming in.
My favorite memory, I think, was our first THON because one of our dancers asked if they could wear something of William's during the weekend so they could think of him and he could be there on the floor with them. So I actually let him, Derek's broke, but we all have necklaces that have William's ashes in them. So I let one of our dancers, they passed it around. They kind of took turns wearing it all weekend. So that's a really special memory because they wanted that, and it brought William into that first THON that we actually got to attend.
That's one thing THON does is it puts you face to face with great people. We're all here for the kids. My my favorite memory is every year. I get to watch kids who go through so much pain and so much sorrow and suffering, and you come to THON and you get to watch them be little. You get to watch them be kids and forget that, I have cancer, or I have a tumor, or my brother has this, or my sister has that, or my son or my daughter. You get to forget that. No matter how tough it seems, how endless it may feel, you're making a difference. And you're not making a difference just in the lives of the families, but everyone around you and everyone around them.
I would just hope that everyone, no matter what capacity they're here in, just feels all the love that is surrounding them. I hope dancers and any members know how much they're appreciated by families like ours, that they know how much it means to us. Families, I hope they allow themselves to open up enough to feel the support that THON has to offer. It's just an amazing thing, but you do have to let yourself experience it.
You're here for a reason, and it's for the unfortunate side of cancer. But you get to meet new people every year, but then you're always searching for those families that you saw the year before, or at other events,
or students.
Just the energy. Like, it doesn't matter if it's here at THON, or if it's family carnival, or it's another THON event, a small THON event. It's never a small THON event. The atmosphere is just huge. It could be 10 students, and the atmosphere is monumental. It's amazing the amount of energy that, the drive and the passion from these kids, that they're here for our children. They're here for our families. And I think that's one of the most humbling things. As a dad, I stand back and go, these kids are worrying about my family and my family's well-being. That to me, I don't know if there's anything greater.
It's kind of been a blessing and a curse, because I don't want to say lucky enough, but we were lucky enough to be in proximity to Hershey. We have been lucky enough to be part of Four Diamonds and be part of the THON family. And there was a time where we had to go to CHOP for a clinical trial. So we saw how different it was. And I know how blessed we are to be part of Four Diamonds and THON, even though it was under very tragic circumstances. But first of all, we would have never been able to get through it without Four Diamonds and THON. And I mean that. I think our family would have just simply collapsed. THON is what held us up as a family. I know how difficult this journey is, and part of me just wishes that every pediatric cancer family could feel this, because there is truly nothing else like it. My heart always swells anytime I think about THON and we meet new students. But it does kind of make me sad for those that don't get to experience that. But I think I would just really encourage everyone who can come to come. And even if you are not related to a dancer or a member or a family that has a child with cancer, just to even come to experience this, because it changes you. And I think more people need to experience that so that more people are helping in the fight.
How lucky I am to have had someone that made saying goodbye so hard.